Hi everybody, hang on for just a second. Hopefully a sip of my coffee will keep me from coughing. We'll see. Anyway, remember yesterday when I showed you how you can put a shadow layer or a border around a purchased SVG file? Today I'm going to show you how you can just grab anything from Cricut Design Space or Cricut Access. And if you're not aware of how Cricut Access works, I'll have a link for you down below. But anyway, I'll start with these and I'll show you how the contour button over here in the lower right hand corner can really kind of be your friend here when you're wanting to work with these kind of things. First, I'm going to start with the easiest one that doesn't even need to have the contour button to work, and it's this one right here. Now, when I click on it, look at the layers panel. Watch what happens. I click on it. Over here, a little darker gray is the one I just clicked on. So notice this is the note card, and it has two layers supposedly. Well, all I see over here when I look is the red. But if you look back over here in the layers panel, there's something hidden. And if I click on this eyeball to make it not hidden, watch. Okay, a layer comes up and it happens to be a nice shadow layer. Now if I want to make that shadow layer larger, I can try to grab that black layer like this. And if you look over here again, at the layers panel, notice when I tried to just pick one layer, both of them got selected. That's because they're grouped. So I need to come up to the very top and ungroup. And now I can pick on just the red layer or just the black layer. And right now I want to click on the black layer. As I said, I can come over here into the image and try to grab that black layer. But if I'm having trouble, which it looks like I am because look which one is selected, I can come over here to the layers panel and select the exact one I want. And now I can come over here and using this arrow, I can drag it bigger if I'd like. And I can whoopsie, see, I got the red one again. If I want to move the black one, so the black one is selected and I'm going to move it. There we go. So I can make that little shadow as large as I'd like. And I can actually change the color of it. So again, I'm going to come over to the layers panel. The one I want to change the color of this, the black one. So I'm going to click on that little red dot. This menu comes flying out. I'm going to change it to white. Okay, that one's really easy. So that's how you can add the or unhide the extra layer that comes automatically with that one. So I'm going to highlight it all and delete. Okay, the next one I think I'll do is this little puppy dog here. Isn't he cute? You know, before I do this, I think I'll hide all these other ones so we don't get confused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this guy and come over here where it says group. This is all the monkey group. I'm going to hide it. I'm going to get this guy, come over here to the Valentine heart, which is highlighted, and hide it. Select this one. Hide it, and select this one and hide it. Okay, so all we're left with is this cute little dude. Now if we were to just make it as this, like this, it would cut out beautifully on a piece of black vinyl. But maybe that's not exactly what we want, so I'll say cancel. And suppose I want to put some black vinyl onto a piece of red cardstock that fits this perfectly, and I want to put a hole in that red cardstock so that it's a tag. All right, easy peasy. The first thing you do is click on this guy and then come up to the right hand corner and duplicate. And now y'all can find any tag at all in Cricut Design Space and practice this. So once I have two of them, it doesn't matter which one I take, but I'm going to highlight one of them by clicking on it. Notice it's highlighted over here in the layers panel. Then I'm going to come down to the lower right where it says contour and click on contour. And this shows me everything that's going to cut with this little puppy dog. Well, I'm going to click over here where it says hide all contours. Oops, just do it once because if you redo it, everything comes back. So click on it once and then click the X button. Okay, there it is. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want, except I don't want to put that behind the black because it wouldn't show up. So I'm going to change it to red. So this is the one that's highlighted. I come over to the layers panel where this little black dot is. I'm going to change it to red. Perfect. Now I'm going to drag this behind. Uh-oh, it's going over top. What do? Highlight it. I can right click on it, and that's the easiest way for me is to right click. I think it's arrange. Yeah. You could come up here to the arrange button and send to back, or you can click on it and right click, send to back. And now it will go behind that guy. Okay, perfect. Now let's say I want to put that hole in there, as I said. So I'm going to move this. When you use the slice tool to slice something out, you can only have two layers. One of the layers that I'm getting from the shape tool over here, and I'm getting a round circle. One of the layers will be this circle. I've got to make it teeny weeny. And the other layer will be the one I put it on. So I have the red layer and the little black layer. So I have highlighted the black layer, and now I'm going to, whoa, before I do this, let's bring this puppy back over here and see whether that's going to be a good place to have that. I think I should lower it just a little bit, don't you think? Maybe like that? Yeah, okay. So now I can move the puppy back out, highlight this one, hold my shift key down, highlight the red ball, and then I can come over here and click slice. So what that's going to do, it's going to slice out this little hole. I no longer need this. I'm going to exit out. I won't need this piece anymore either. I'm going to exit out. And look, it's going to cut that circle out. So let me put this guy back on top. Oh, he went underneath again. I can right click on him this time and say send to the front because I want him on top or on the front. There we go. And now if I want to make sure everything's aligned nicely, I can go like this and go to align and center, just so I can see how it's going to look. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's see what happens when we say make it. Okay, this guy's going to cut out of the black vinyl, and then this is going to cut out of cardstock or whatever I want to cut it out of. And I can make it and then attach the two together, and that's that. So this time, did we use the contour button? Not so much, but we did use the slice button. So we're done with this guy. Let's X him out, or let's just hide him instead of Xing him out. And hide this. All right, the next one is going to be the monkey group. All right, when you look over at this monkey over here, there's the group, the monkey group. There's a part down here of the monkey that's hidden. I'm going to unhide that. Okay, there it is. So if I bring this guy on top of this, it's already a pretty nice shadow layer. There's only one thing I don't like, and maybe you guys think it's okay, but I just don't like it. There's this little tiny cut right here. So what I'm going to do is move him back out of the way. I'm going to highlight this, and once again, I'm going to use the contour button. So I'm going to come down to the lower right, hit the contour button. This is going to show everything. Well, let me move him over so you can actually watch. Contour button. This shows everything that's going to be cut. Watch this part right here that's between his leg and tail. If I hit this once, it goes away. It's not going to be cut out anymore. But I still want that cut out, so I can put it back on just like that. The piece I don't want to cut out is this piece right here. Click it off. Then I can just hit the X, and that is ready. So now I can put him on top. And so you can see it better. Maybe I'll change that contour color to, or not contour color, the shadow or the base layer to a white. And what's really neat about this is this makes a really nice layer onto which you can build cardstock or vinyl pieces. So watch, if I go to make it, the first thing I'm going to get is the base layer, and then I'll get some of these other layers that I'll begin putting on top. But let's go back to him. Now suppose I want to make him a lot larger for maybe a tablescape thing. You can get really cute bags from the Dollar Tree, like with red on them, and then fill them with some of that papery, crunchy, papery stuff. And then make him really big, so I need to select both parts. Maybe I'll make him like, come up here and make him 8 inches tall. Okay, there he is. So now if I'm going to make him like that, I can either do the cut or I can do a print and cut. But let's say I'll do a print and cut. So I'm going to highlight all of this and I'm going to flatten it. So when I go to make it, it's going to make it just like this. But there's one more thing I might want to do. If I'm using him as a party favor or a table favor, I might want to have him double-sided, so I can put like a popsicle stick in between, or a dowel rod, or a pencil, or something that I can like make him stand up tall in the bag. So if I want to make him double-sided, I need to flip him. Have 2 of them and flip one of them. So in order to do that, I come up here to duplicate. Now if I just left him like this and did both of these and tried to put one on the other, it wouldn't work. So one of them, I have to come up here to flip and flip horizontal. So then notice how it's just kind of a mirror image of the other one. And then I would go to make it, and it will do 2 print and cut images that are mirror images of each other. And I can print them, cut them, glue them together, and I have other videos that show how to do that. Maybe I'll link those at the end. But anyway, so he'd be a fun guy to make for a party, a Valentine's party, and you could actually probably even, write something in here if you wanted to. And how would you do that? You just go text, and maybe it's from mom, I don't know. And I want this to be a writing. So there's mom. I can put mom in here. And heck, I could put dad over here. And dad on the other side. And I need to shrink that down also. Okay, well, I can make mom a little bit bigger. But anyway, you can putz with that. So then if I went to make it, let's watch it happens. Make it. So first, it's going to print and cut, and then it's going to draw. But it's not drawing it where I need it to draw it, right? So I need to cancel. And so then I need to click on the mom, click on this monkey, and say attach. Yeah, okay. And then click on the dad and the monkey and attach. And now let's see what happens when we make it. Okay, so it's going to print all of this out. And then it's going to draw here with the pen in your Cricut, and then it's going to cut the whole thing out. And it'll prompt you on the screen, to make sure that you have your pen in the machine, and it'll prompt you each time something new is going to happen. So anyway, there's the monkey. Let me get rid of him, or not get rid of him. Let me hide him. Okay, what else do we have hidden over here? Okay, I have this flower. Now let's imagine on this flower that we want to get rid of these little red things here because we want to write a teacher's name inside of here. So let's see. First thing we would do is we would have to come up here to ungroup, because notice I can't separate anything. So I need to come up here to the right, say ungroup. Then I can take this, and when I hit this part right in the center, notice what's available to me now, the contour tool. So I'm going to contour these little guys right out. Hit the X. Okay, perfect. Now they're gone. Now, I noticed before when I was trying to do this, when I wanted to stretch this thing so it would fit better, there's another layer behind there. And I think I'm going to click on that layer and come over to the Layers panel and hide it. I don't want that one peeking out. Okay, so I'll put this one back up in there. Now, let's imagine that you're going to write the teacher's name on here. So you can come to Text. And we want to, do I want to write it? Yeah, I guess I will write it. Mrs. Caruso. I used to be a teacher, and that was me. So let's see if it will fit. Yeah, just barely. I have no idea why someone would want to make this for a teacher. Let's just pretend though. So now there's going to be an issue if I just go to make it right like it is. And let's see what that issue is. Okay, Mrs. Caruso is going to type or write way up here. It's going to draw. I don't know why they call it draw, because it's actually writing. They call it draw in Cricut. Then it's going to cut things. So let's cancel. And what I need to do is I need to click on Mrs. Caruso and also hold down my Shift key and click on the green, because I want the text from Mrs. Caruso to write on the green. So let's go to attach. And now let's go to make it. So the first thing it's going to do, it's going to cut this out of cardstock, and then the yellow piece, and then the green with the Miss Caruso attached. And this is a leaf. Okay, and I think there's one more I was going to show you. Yes, it was this flower. All right, so we've probably got to ungroup it first, so select it all and ungroup. Now imagine we just wanted to get rid of this red circle. You would think I could just click it and then hide it, but that's not the one I wanted. I want this little red circle to be hidden. So maybe it's this, the red circle. No, that hides all of that. All right, so we have an issue, right? So what I'm going to do is highlight this, and I'm going to come down to contour, because if all I want to do is get rid of this middle red circle, I can contour it out and do this, and now it's gone. Okay, so that's it. That's basically how you use the contour feature. You can use it for anything. Again, if I wanted to make a shape that will be on the outside of this, I could group it, and then I would duplicate it. Here it is duplicated. And then I could weld it, which turns it all to a solid color. Then if I click on it, you'll notice there's this little piece right here I don't want. I could click on that, contour, and I could get rid of that wee little piece I don't want. Okay, and then I could hit that. And now I might want to make this, let's say I'll make it black. And now it's going to go behind, but right now it's in front. So I want to right click on it and say send to back. And so there it is in the back, but it's way too small because you can't even see it. So I'm going to drag it bigger. And let's see which one is clicked. I want the black layer highlighted. So I need to find it. Okay, and I'm going to move it over a little bit. But see how these aren't perfect? So I can unlock this and then kind of move this a little bit like that. Try to get it to be a little bit better. And maybe move this guy over a little bit and then grab the black one again, which is difficult. Okay, and then maybe move it a little bit more. But anyway, like I said, this isn't a perfect shadow, but you sure can get the idea of a shadow by using that technique. So anyway, I hope this helps. I hope it doesn't make it too confusing. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. And thank you so much for the comments. I love them. Keep them coming. And if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe and tell your friends. Thanks, you guys.